Hi everyone, my name is Abby and I'm the owner of Brand Your Merch. This is my first video that I ever do like this, so please be patient with me, bear with me. I might get a little tongue twisted, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot because I really want to relay this information over to you guys. We are a business that specializes in turning all your branding and marketing ideas and making them into merchandise. So this could be anything from simple customization to adding just a logo, or to making simple cards. Anything and everything with your logo or brand personality, we're able to add to it. Our biggest reasoning for doing all of this is that we want to help our clients build brand awareness. If people don't know you, they won't give you money. And so our biggest goal is to make sure that when you're out there, when you're being seen, people know who you are. One of the biggest things that we've been selling over the past couple of months have been canopies. Why? Because during these current situations, current circumstances, with everything happening in the world, a lot of businesses that had indoor dining are transitioning to outdoor dining, or are only able to have outdoor dining right now. And these businesses need canopies with their logos to make their brand look more presentable. And another thing is a lot of like mom and pops that don't have stores, or are seeing that they don't even need the stores now, are just doing pop-ups, and people are showing up to markets and communities getting together and having pop-ups. It's a great thing to see. I mean, I'm in Santa Ana, California. We're seeing a lot of it here. I have no idea where you guys are at, but I'm sure maybe there's a little bit of it where you're at. And so it's been one of the things that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks a lot with. And with this type of projects, because they're large format printings, I mean, canopies are 10 by 10s and tablecloths are 6 feet, and banners are like 3 feet to 8 feet, and they just get really big in size. Our printing, we start doing large format printing, and we're not able to print every single file that our customers present us with. We're able to sometimes redo the artworks to make it similar, or we just kind of have to scratch the idea and they tell us what they want and we make it even better, and we bring their projects to life. So I just kind of wanted to come on here, give you guys a little bit of information on what the type of files are, why we can or can't use them, and kind of give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough. Once again, my name's Abby with Brand Your Merch. If you guys like this, please drop a like below. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe. I'd love to have you guys watch more videos on my channel, and I'd love to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. I'm happy to help. So let's get started here. So everybody knows what a JPEG is, because we all have pictures and we all do something with them, and that's one of the top files that people send me. They say, hey, I want this JPEG, and I want to print it on a banner or a canopy. And unfortunately for them, the JPEGs tend to be really small. So a JPEG is actually a compressed file. So that's actually what it is. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what a JPEG looks like and what it looks like when we start making it larger, just so you can kind of have an idea. I didn't want to do this with anybody's logos, so I'm doing them with my logo, and then I actually just downloaded a heart from online just to kind of show you guys a little bit of what everything looks like. So let's open up a JPEG here. So we opened up a JPEG. This is my logo. We actually made it with Illustrator, so it's pretty clean so far when you just look at it just opened on the screen. And then this is the other JPEG that I downloaded online. I just wanted it to be something really cool and just to kind of show you guys. But when we print on canopies, we typically want to set it up in a very large file that is going to print on fabric, because our canopies are dye sublimated. They're printed on very durable fabric, and it works really well for what our customers need. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the size on this, just so you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So these up here, this unit of measurement are inches. So we're at like 1/28 of an inch, and yeah, about like 96 in height, and that's kind of what we're aiming for. That's kind of what we want the art files to be in size. And unfortunately for a lot of my clients, that's not how their art files are. They're not going to be that big. And so when they give me a JPEG, I have to set it up in a certain format. So I go ahead and I open it, right? And then this is what a JPEG looks like. A JPEG is going to have a background. A JPEG is not going to have anything outlined. And so when we get to a point where we say, hey, I want this JPEG on this canopy, and we start enlarging it, like just imagine this doesn't have a white background and the letter's white, whatever, however you want to imagine it to make it simpler. And they say, yeah, we want it on a canopy. Well, we could definitely print whatever clients want to, but I don't want to do that because our canopies are really good quality products and we want them to have the best image that they possibly can have. So when you zoom in here on a JPEG, you're able to see all this pixelated. These edges are not fine-tuned. And those are, if we're able to see them, if we could see them from here, it kind of looks a little bit blurry in those areas. That means it's gonna print that way. So I don't want to print a bad quality image on a canopy because my customers are investing money on this. So let's take a look at the other JPEG just to kind of give you guys a little example. So we open the other JPEG and we kind of go through the same thing. So it's a lower quality also. Let's say, and you could see in terms of image size, it's small compared to what the canopy is, right? So let's open that up and let's enlarge it. So let's say we start going bigger. And once again, a JPEG it has a background and all these little lines are no longer crisp and clear. These are now pixelated. And this is exactly what logos can look like if you don't have the right type of graphic or the right type of art. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little quick preview of that. So next, let's check out PNGs because that's another file that people send over. They say, hey, I have a PNG. I think that one's bigger. PNGs do tend to be bigger. However, unless they made it to be the size of a canopy, it's still not going to have the best quality on there. So PNGs, fortunately, are might not be able to. Yeah, let's do it like this. So PNGs, fortunately, don't have a background, but it's the same thing. When you start making it really big, you start getting that pixelation. So if you look at this, these lines are not clear. They're kind of a little bit blurry. They're not very sharp lines. And you might be seeing this, you're like, I don't see it. It doesn't look like they're not sharp. They look sharp to me. But when I show you the difference in the correct type of file, you're gonna notice it. So those are those type of files. So we have JPEGs, PNGs. Clients will not have them high resolution for us, so it gets hard for us to print. But let's say a customer says, hey, I have this file. It's an AI file. An AI file is a vector file. If someone says, I have an AI file, but all they did was copy and paste a JPEG into that AI file, it doesn't make the JPEG a vector file. The vector file still, it's the JPEG, the PNG still stay as JPEGs and PNGs. They're not vector files. So we get that a lot where a client says, here, it's AI already. It's in Adobe Illustrator and all they did was copy and paste it. So it's not going to work. That's not how it works. So I just kind of wanted to clarify that. A vector file is going to look like this. It's going to be outlined. Every single little detail is outlined because as you go big with the file, as you enlarge it, every single little detail gets enlarged. As you click on something and you say, hey, maybe I want to switch this color, you're able to switch out the colors on every single little detail because everything is vectorized, meaning the art is outlined, the art is done in the correct format. And whereas when we look at these JPEGs and these PNGs, they're not, right? It has a background. We're not able to just click on one item. We're not able to just change the color on the one thing because it's not the correct format. And there's different ways that we can switch the color, but it doesn't make it vector. Like I can go ahead and change the color in terms of effects, but it's not going to make this file vector. And so I just kind of want to really, really reiterate that because we get that a lot too. Sometimes people will just say they're able to switch the color, and they'll send us certain files, and it's just not the correct file. So let me go in here and just kind of show you guys. So let's say we're switching this to white because, as you saw, that canopy was black. The canopies we're able to make any color that the client wants. They are dye sublimated. So the way it works is we print it. The canopies all start as white, and we print the whole fabric with whatever design the clients want. We're running some awesome specials, and that's why we've been getting a lot of clients come to us, because they really want to get started on their tents and their products. So let's take a look at this when we put it over here. And this is gonna show you what I mean by having the correct file. So when we start zooming in here, and you guys saw what the other one looked like, you might remember. I'll go back. Everything is outlined. We don't have little haziness around it. We don't have, all these lines are very, very sharp. They're very sharp lines. Nothing's gonna look pixelated. Nothing's gonna look like something was missing or anything like that. Whereas with these other ones that I had showed you earlier, these other ones, you know, you have that pixelation. Like, you could see what that pixelation looks like. So you have all these little squigglies on here. This is pixelated. We don't want this in artwork. You don't want this when you're printing large format. And you don't want it when you're investing money on a canopy or investing money on a project that's going to hopefully represent your brand. So for us, it's super important that what we make for our clients represent their brands, and that they're happy with it, and that it attracts the right type of clients. And if something looks cheap, they're probably going to have a perception of your brand. Just think about Nike. You know, Nike looks really good out there, and everywhere that it's printed on, the quality is super nice, and we start building a perception on Nike. It's simple. We start building that perception. It's nice. It's high quality. It's almost even luxurious. Whereas if someone goes to a night market and they see a cheap quality item, a cheap quality tent, a bad image printed, they might start building a perception on your brand. So this is super important. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I really hope that the tutorial or the informational video was simple enough where it made sense. And I really hope that you guys understand what I mean by pixelated. And pixelated, it's just the pixels are the pixels, each square is a certain color, whereas vector, it's all a line item. So with pixels, it's each square is a certain color. Vector, it's a line shape, a line project, a lined letters. So those are very important when you start doing big, large format printing. Same goes for screen printing. They'll ask you guys for vector files, and we won't get into that, but in the future, maybe we can hop on here and do it as well. But yeah, this is what we do. We print canopies for our clients. We make sure that we print quality items for them, and I hope you guys got some value out of this, and I hope I didn't ramble off too much. If you like this, please like the video. If you know someone that needs to get a little bit more informational tips on this and you want to share this with them, please share it with them. And if you want to stay in touch and see more of my videos, subscribe. I'd love to have you guys. I'll keep showing you guys some tutorials and give you guys some more information. Thank you.